So apparently, my ex-girlfriend, who really you could barely even call her that, I guess, because we never even really did anything. We kissed a few times. That was it. That's all I've ever done, which I can't say the same for her, but we only broke up like 2 weeks ago, and she's already got a new boyfriend. I found out about this because my friend Jamal just texted me to tell me about it. I kind of wish he didn't. You know, I'd rather not know about it. I just want to forget she even exists. I don't want to think about it. But that's what happened. He texted me about it. And he didn't mean anything by it. Like, he wasn't trying to be a dick or anything. He was just telling me. But he told me a couple details, and I just couldn't help myself. So I did a little digging around the internet, a bit of internet sleuthing, as it were. And it's worse than I thought. It's a bit worse than I thought. So all Jamal told me was he texted me saying that she's got a new boyfriend already. He found out because I guess the guy took his car in to get a car wash. My ex and Jamal both work at a car wash together. I used to work there too. That's how we all met. That's how we all know each other. I mean, I guess I don't really need to be explaining all this, but you never know when somebody new is going to stumble across the channel. So I just want to make sure I give all the relevant background information so a new person could understand what I'm talking about here. But yeah, so this guy, her new boyfriend, took his car in for a wash, and I guess it was just obvious that they were together from how they were acting. Jamal said the guy, like, kissed her hand like a frickin' medieval yeoman courting some fair maiden. And then I guess Jamal actually talked to the guy, and the guy straight up told him that they were dating. So, yeah, they definitely are. And get this, apparently, the guy said to Jamal that they've been dating for about 2 weeks, which just so happens to be about how long ago it was that we broke up. And this was all conveyed to me over text, so I don't know exactly how things were said. So all I know from what Jamal texted me is that the guy said that they've been dating for about 2 weeks. And I don't know how he phrased it. I don't know if Jamal asked him how long they've been dating or if he just offered up that information. I don't really know all those details, but that's what he said. They've been dating about 2 weeks. And I broke up with her about 2 weeks ago. So you do the math. That's pretty simple math. But in case you needed some help, it goes a little something like this: 2 weeks minus 2 weeks equals fucking cheating whore. And here's another interesting thing about this guy, this man. Jamal said the guy was old, like older than I am. He said he looked to be at least 50 years old. And he also told me the guy's first name. So, you know, I should have just left it there. Should have just left it at that. It's whatever. I broke up with her already. She can date whoever she wants. I mean, the whole reason I broke up with her in the first place is because she made it pretty clear to me that she did not respect me, and she had acted floozily in the past with at least one other guy. She let that guy do things that I never got to do, and he wasn't even dating her. And this is just the one guy in one instance that she revealed to me. Okay, so there could be more. I wouldn't be surprised. So obviously, she is for the streets. I already knew that, but I did some internet sleuthing because I don't know, I guess I just love to suffer. And what I found out just, well, for sure, I made the right decision to break up with her. But I kind of wish I didn't start looking into it because, you know, I like to think the best of people. I don't want to hate the Indian girl. That's my ex. I usually call her the Indian girl on here. But I don't want to hate her. I'd like to just be able to say it didn't work out between us, and that was that. But now I know. I mean, I already pretty much knew, but now I know for damn sure that I dodged a bullet. I dodged a major bullet here. So, yeah, like I said, Jamal told me the guy's name, and he told me the guy is old. He's like 50 something. So, just from that, I had a hunch. Because the name sounded kind of familiar. I think she had mentioned him before, but her entire social circle is from her school. She hasn't even been in the US very long. She just came here for school. And all she does is go to school and go to the car wash. So I had a little hunch about her new decrepit boyfriend. So she isn't on any social media herself, as far as I know. So I couldn't check it out that way. So what I did was I found the web page for her specific program at her university, and I looked at the list of faculty for that department, and what do you know? There is a professor listed there with the same first name as her new caretaker. So then I Googled the professor's name, and he's actually very active on social media. So I checked out this guy's Instagram, which, by the way, I didn't realize people that old used Instagram, but this guy does apparently, and he actually posts pretty often. Well, I was right. My hunch was correct. She's dating her professor. The first picture on this guy's Instagram it's her. It's her and him together. And I will say, or I should say, I don't know if he's actually her professor, like if he actually teaches any classes that she's taking, or if he's ever taught any classes she's taken. But he is a professor in the department that she's majoring in. And she works there too, by the way. She's a teacher's assistant slash lab instructor. So I don't know if, I would think it would be against the university rules for a faculty member to be dating a grad student, even if he wasn't actually teaching any classes that she's in. But he just has multiple pictures of the two of them together on his Instagram. So he's not really trying to hide it. Although there's no captions or anything specifically saying, like, this is me with my girlfriend. Like, so I guess there's plausible deniability there. But it seems pretty obvious to me because of especially one of the pictures, and just because of how many pictures there are with just the two of them. Like, it seems, if nothing else, it's pretty suspicious. I think to anybody that looked at it, it looks pretty suspicious. But yeah, I guess technically it is possible that this is not actually the guy she's dating. I would have to show Jamal the pictures and have him confirm, but I'm pretty sure I got the right guy. He has the same first name that Jabal told me, which it's not like a super rare name, but it's also not super common. It's like a medium common name. And yeah, I mean, just circumstantially, I'm pretty sure this is the guy. I feel like we've got some pretty good evidence. He has several pictures with her, and this is the strongest piece of evidence right here. One of the pictures, which was posted yesterday, okay, it's a picture of the two of them together, and it was posted yesterday, okay, which is the same day that Jamal says he saw the guy at the car wash. So we know that they were together that day, or we know that she was with her boyfriend yesterday. And we know that there is a photo of her and this professor guy posted yesterday. Okay, so that's pretty strong evidence right there, I would say. And he's got the same first name. The age checks out. He looks like he's 50-something. And yeah, he's got this picture with her on his Instagram from the same day that Jamal saw the two of them together in the same location. So that's probably him. Okay, I don't think I'm jumping to conclusions here. I think it's pretty safe to say this is the guy. Okay, so she's obviously a big time floozy if she is really dating her professor, especially considering this guy is probably at least 20 years older than her. And I don't really care too much about age gap relationships, especially when, you know, she's not young herself. She's, I'm not going to say her exact age. She's only a little bit younger than I am, okay? She's not in her early 20s. All right, I'll put it that way. But here's the part that I do care about. So me and her were still technically dating on Halloween of this year. I was already planning to break up with her at that time, but she didn't know that. At best, she may have noticed I was acting a bit distant, but she didn't know that I was planning to break up with her. I had not told her that. I had not given her indication of that. So she was under the impression that everything was fine between us. Okay, so on Halloween, we did not communicate whatsoever. She did not text me, she didn't call me or anything, okay? And I didn't reach out to her either. We just did not talk at all on Halloween. Well, on this old ass geezer's Instagram, there is a freaking picture posted 2 days after Halloween with this guy and the Indian girl standing there together, standing very close together, and they are dressed up in matching costumes. Now, call me crazy. Maybe this is a bit conspiratorial of me, but I don't think anybody's doing matching costumes with somebody of the opposite sex that they are not dating. That is a couples thing. That's something that couples do. I can't really tell 100% from the picture, but it doesn't look like the picture was taken on campus. It looks like they're in somebody's living room at a party, a Halloween party, because there's other people in the background and you can see a couch behind them. And just like, yeah, the decor of the room, I'm pretty sure it's somebody's house. You know, it's not the break room on campus or whatever. So I'm pretty sure they went to a Halloween party together, dressed like Barney and Betty fucking Rubble. That's what the costumes were. And this happened while she was supposedly my girlfriend. You know it's over when your girlfriend's going to Halloween parties dressed up like a prehistoric cartoon floozy from a cartoon only elderly people ever watched. Because the guy she's cheating on you with is elderly, basically. So I guess I was just a total idiot the entire time. I don't even care if they were just friends when they went to the Halloween party because they wore matching costumes and she didn't even tell me about it. So that's cheating. I think we all know, even if you were not technically dating someone and you hadn't even done anything romantic with them, if somebody, like if a woman agrees to wear a matching Halloween costume with you and go to a party with you, especially, like it's not just matching costumes. They were dressed as Betty and Barney Rubble from the Flintstones. That's a married couple in the show. Okay, so they're dressed like a married couple. Matching costumes is a precursor to fucking. I think we all, that's obvious. That is very obvious, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if she let him go bam bam on her. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if she probably let him bonker already by the time that picture was taken. And at that time, she was supposedly my girlfriend. I don't know if Dr. Professor over here even knows about me. I don't know if he even knows that I ever existed. Now, I did scroll back a while on his Instagram. I didn't find any evidence that they had like one picture together prior to the Halloween photo, but it actually looked like a fairly innocent photo. Like it was clearly on campus. There was a couple other people in the picture too. So, that I don't know when they started doing whatever they're doing together. Maybe she's just helping him change out his catheter or whatever. Old fuck. I don't know. I don't know. But she was cheating on me. And again, even if it wasn't like they weren't technically together or doing anything, I don't know. If you dress up like a married couple on Halloween and go to a party together and you don't even tell your boyfriend about that, then that's cheating. Period. That's all you need to know. That is cheating. So I will admit, I buried the lead a little bit here. I did something that I probably shouldn't have done. Although, I mean, whatever. She deserves it. I sent an email. This professor guy's email was listed on the department website. And really, I have no problem with this guy. I have nothing against him. My issues are with her, not with the guy, because I don't even know if he knew about me, right? He might not have been doing anything wrong as far as he knew. He probably didn't know about me whenever she started dating him at the same time she was already with me. So if I had to guess, I would actually guess that he probably is innocent in all this because she didn't tell me about, she did this to me. She's probably playing the same bullshit games with this guy. I mean, in his case, I guess, he is probably dating his student if he is in fact her professor. And if not, he is a professor in the department that she's a student in. So that is an ethics violation, I would say. Although, I don't know if that's officially against the university rules. Seems like it probably is. But whatever. I don't really care about that much. But I figured, if anything, I'd be doing this guy a favor if I just let him in on a little bit of pertinent information about something that his new Indian sweetheart had done in the past. And maybe he won't even care about what I told him about. Maybe he won't care. Because if he is actually getting it in with her, then yeah, he might not care. I wouldn't have cared if I was also hitting it. I wouldn't have cared about this piece of information. But if she's giving this guy the same deal that I got, the good old involuntary celibacy special, the good old you have to wait for marriage special, then if that's the case, he's probably not gonna like what I told him. So, for those that don't know, my ex had revealed to me at some point that before she and I met, she let one of her classmates bonk her after a party, and I had the displeasure of meeting the guy, so I do know his name. So, seeing as how the new guy is a professor in the department that my ex and the guy that bonked her are both students in, I'm guessing Dr. Professor here probably knows the guy. And if he doesn't know him personally, he probably at least knows who he is. You know, he would know the name. And since she did not tell me about the guy that bonked her at first, I'm guessing she probably would rather keep that a secret. So I'm thinking she probably has not told the professor. But I think anyone that is dating her deserves to know about that, especially if she's withholding until marriage. So I sent him an email. I just wrote, so assume the Indian girl's name is Priya and the guy that bonked her is Timothy. That's not their real names, obviously, but yeah, just so I can tell you what I wrote in the email. The email that I wrote, I just wrote, simple 3-word sentence, Timothy fucked Priya. Nice and simple, straight to the point, short and sweet, and hey, maybe he already knows about that. He should know about it, so if he did already know, then my email shouldn't matter to him. It shouldn't faze him, so no harm done. But if he did not already know, well, I'm sure he probably won't like hearing about it, but he needs to know. That is relevant information to him in his current relationship. I think he needs to know about it. I mean, maybe I'm just an anomaly, but in my opinion, a man does have the right to know who his girlfriend really is. So if who she really is a third-rate FOB floozy that likes to have one-night stands with guys she barely knows because I guess they're really good at quoting Anchorman, then I think anybody that is dating her has the right to know about that. You have the right to know about your girlfriend's past, especially if it's a dark, evil past like that. I would have liked to know before I agreed to date her, so I would have known not to waste my time. But here we are. I went through that, and I did waste my time. And it also caused me to miss out on another opportunity with LaFonda, who, whatever, fuck her, but whatever. I had to miss out on that opportunity, okay? But if the Indian girl had been straight up with me from the start, then it wouldn't have gone down like that. And I could have just said, you know what? I'm good. I don't want to have anything to do with you. We can be friendly at work or whatever, but, Also, I got fired from my job. That's another I forgot about that. And that's all because I decided to date this woman when I shouldn't have. But I didn't have all the information. But her new guy, the professor, he's got all the info now. As soon as he checks his email, he'll see. So that's that. She was apparently cheating on me or something that, maybe technically not cheating, depends how you look at it. The way I look at it, that's cheating. Okay? So, good riddance. Whatever. I kind of wish I didn't know because it's, I'm just trying to get past even thinking about her. Whatever. The other reason Jamal was texting me today, he was trying to work out a time where me, him, and Jonathan could go out bar hopping. Jonathan is the fat guy I went to high school with that I talked about in the video the other day. Again, that's not his real name. That's just what I'm going to be calling him on here. So it's either going to be the Saturday after Thanksgiving or the next weekend after that. I guess I am going to go, but I'm not going to be trying to pick up chicks. I mean, the quality of women that you would find at a bar are probably not the best anyway. Like, that's not who, yeah, I would like to bonk a woman sometime, just like basically any woman, even if it's not my future wife. I would bonk a woman without her having, she doesn't have to be morally pure or whatever. Like, I don't have the same standards as I would have for a woman that I actually want to be in a relationship with. But I just don't really think it's even worth trying at this point. I've had too many failures. My morale is like through the floor at this point. I really just don't think it's going to happen. And even if it possibly could, if I was just on my A game or whatever, I'm not feeling up to it. To be honest, I'm just not feeling like it. I just don't think, it's not worth putting myself through that. I have a lot of anxiety. I just, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to be approaching any women. So I will go, but I did already tell Jamal multiple times, I'm not going to be approaching any women. I'm not going out with the goal of picking up chicks. And he said, that's fine. Just come hang out. So I don't know. I'll probably just sit there and watch this fat, weird guy from my high school scare a bunch of unsuspecting bar floozies while Jamal tells him shit like, you just got to be more confident next time, bro. So I don't know. Doesn't really sound like fun to me, but I'm trying to socialize a little bit and just get out of the house. If I don't have a good time, then I'll just not do that again. I just won't go out to the bars with these guys again. Simple as that. But yeah, it's going to be like a week or two before that happens. So I'm sure I'll make a video about it when it does happen. Even if nothing noteworthy happens, I'll just tell the boring ass story of nothing happening. So that's all I got for today. If you enjoy listening to me talk about my horrible life, then subscribe to the channel, like this video. If you enjoyed listening to this, hype the video. I don't know what the fuck hyping does. It's a new thing on YouTube. I don't know what it does. Thank you for watching.